One of the most liberating realizations is that you don't need to fit into someone else's mold to succeed. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It looks different for everyone because we all define it in our own way. For one person, success might mean financial wealth. For another, it might mean building meaningful relationships or pursuing a passion. The key is to define success on your terms and align your life with that vision. When you stop comparing yourself to others and start valuing your uniqueness, you unlock a profound sense of confidence and freedom. You no longer feel the need to compete or prove your worth because you understand that your value is inherent. You realize that there is no competition when it comes to being yourself. No one else can do it better. It's important to remember that your uniqueness isn't just about what makes you different, it's also about how you use those differences to make an impact. Your individuality gives you the power to solve problems in creative ways, to connect with others on a deeper level, and to contribute to the world in a way that only you can. When you harness this power, you not only benefit yourself but also inspire those around you to embrace their own uniqueness. There will always be external voices that try to tell you who you should be. Society, culture, and even well-meaning friends and family may impose their ideas of success and happiness on you. While it's important to consider advice and feedback, you must ultimately make choices that align with your authentic self. Trying to live someone else's life will only leave you feeling unfulfilled. Your path is yours alone to walk, and it's up to you to honor it. Embracing your uniqueness also means accepting your imperfections. No one is perfect, and that's what makes us human. Your flaws are not weaknesses, they are part of what makes you real and relatable. They give you opportunities to grow, to learn, and to connect with others who face similar struggles. When you stop striving for perfection and start embracing authenticity, you open yourself up to a life of greater joy and connection. The world doesn't need more replicas, it needs individuals who are willing to stand out and be themselves. It needs people who are unafraid to follow their passions, challenge the status quo, and share their unique gifts. By doing so, you not only enrich your own life but also contribute to the diversity and beauty of the world around you. Your uniqueness is not just a gift, it's a responsibility. It is your duty to nurture it, to let it shine, and to share it with others. When you embrace who you are, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of authenticity and self-expression that extends far beyond yourself. The journey to embracing your uniqueness is not always easy. It requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to let go of the need for external validation. But it is a journey worth taking, for it leads to a life that is truly your own, a life of purpose, passion, and fulfillment. The journey of personal growth is not always linear. We often expect that the work we put in should immediately yield visible results, but the truth is, growth is a process that takes time, often occurring beneath the surface before it becomes apparent. It's natural to want to see immediate changes, but real, lasting transformation happens gradually, and the key to success is learning to trust the process, even when you cannot yet see the fruits of your labor. Growth is like planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the soil, you do not see its progress right away. At first it is hidden underground, taking time to establish roots. During this phase there may be moments of doubt. You might question whether anything is happening at all. But the roots are growing, the plant is being nourished, and soon enough, a small shoot will push through the soil. This process takes time and you cannot rush it. It's the same with personal growth. Often the most important changes happen in the background, in the quiet moments of reflection, learning, and effort. When you embark on any journey of self-improvement, whether it's learning a new skill, changing habits, or developing a new mindset, the initial phase often feels like nothing is happening. You put in the effort, yet the results seem distant. But this is where the most important work is being done beneath the surface. It's like a sculptor chiseling away at a block of marble. At first the stone may look the same, and it might seem like nothing is changing, but with each tap of the chisel, the shape begins to emerge. The sculptor does not give up after a few strokes simply because the statue is not visible yet. Similarly, you must trust that the actions you are taking today will eventually lead to results. There is a profound lesson in patience and persistence in this process. Most people give up too soon because they expect fast results. Society often tells us that success is quick and immediate, but true success is built on consistent effort over time. I think of all the great accomplishments in history, whether it's in the arts, business, or science, none of them were the result of overnight success. Behind every achievement is a long period of dedication, setbacks, and incremental progress. Those who succeeded trusted the process, even when the path was unclear. Trusting the process means letting go of the need to control everything. Often we want to see results immediately because it gives us a sense of control and reassurance. But life is unpredictable, and results are not always guaranteed in the time frame we expect. By trusting the process, you allow life to unfold in its own time. You focus on doing your part and allow space for the results to emerge naturally. This requires faith not in the outcome, but in your own actions and in the process itself. The key to trusting the process is focusing on the small wins, the incremental improvements that occur every day, even if they are not immediately visible. Each step you take, no matter how small, is progress. It's easy to overlook these small victories, but they are the building blocks of larger achievements. For example, if you are learning a new skill, each practice session, even if it feels imperfect, is moving you closer to mastery. You are laying the groundwork for future success, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. It's also important to recognize that setbacks are not signs that the process isn't working. In fact, they are often an integral part of the journey. Challenges, failures, and obstacles are simply part of the growth process. They provide valuable lessons that contribute to your development. Think of the way a pearl is formed. A tiny grain of sand enters the oyster, irritating it. Over time, the oyster coats the grain with layers of material, eventually forming a pearl. The discomfort of the grain is necessary for the beautiful result. Similarly, the challenges you face in life are often necessary for your growth, even if they are uncomfortable at the time. When you trust the process, you also learn to embrace uncertainty. It's natural to want certainty in life, to know that your efforts will pay off in a specific way. But life doesn't always provide that certainty. Sometimes the results come in ways you didn't expect or in a different time frame than you had planned. Trusting the process means accepting that you cannot control every aspect of your journey. You can only control the actions you take, and as long as you continue to move forward, progress will follow, even if the outcome is different from what you envisioned. One of the greatest lessons in trusting the process is realizing that the process itself is the reward. It's easy to fixate on the end goal, but true satisfaction comes from the journey. When you focus solely on the result, you miss the lessons, growth, and joy that happen along the way. Trusting the process helps you stay engaged in the present moment, appreciating the effort, the learning, and the small steps forward. Another important aspect of this trust is that it requires resilience. There will be times when the path is unclear, when the end seems far off, and when doubt creeps in. These moments are natural, but they are also when your commitment to the process is tested. You must keep going, even when you don't see immediate results, because consistency and persistence will eventually bring you to where you want to be. Resilience is not about never facing difficulty, it's about continuing to move forward, regardless of the obstacles. Trusting the process means believing that your efforts are never wasted. Every action you take, every step you make, is leading you toward growth, even if you cannot see it right away. Just as the tree grows slowly from the seed, so too does your life unfold with patience, persistence, and trust. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and allow the results to come in their own time. Recognizing your patterns is equally important. Each of us has habits, some conscious, others unconscious, that shape our lives. These habits are not just physical actions, they are mental and emotional tendencies as well. Perhaps you shy away from opportunities because of a fear of failure, or you procrastinate because of self-doubt. These patterns are not set in stone, they can be changed. But change begins with awareness. You cannot fix what you do not see. Self-awareness also requires honesty. It is tempting to look outward and blame circumstances or other people for your struggles. But transformation comes from taking full responsibility for your life. This means acknowledging your role in creating your current reality. It is not about self-criticism, but about recognizing the power you have to make different choices. When you accept that you are both the problem and the solution, you reclaim your power. One of the most valuable aspects of self-awareness is the ability to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Many people focus so much on their flaws that they fail to recognize their unique abilities. But your strengths are the tools that will help you grow and succeed. By understanding what you're naturally good at, you can leverage those strengths to overcome challenges and achieve your goals. At the same time, awareness of your weaknesses allows you to address them with intention and humility. It's important to understand that self-awareness is not a one-time achievement. It is a continuous process, one that deepens over time. As you grow and evolve, new layers of understanding will emerge. Each stage of your life will present opportunities to learn more about yourself, to uncover blind spots, and to refine your vision. The more self-aware you become, the more equipped you are to navigate life's complexities with confidence and clarity. Another key aspect of self-awareness is understanding your emotions. Emotions are powerful forces that influence your decisions, relationships, and overall well-being. Yet many people suppress or ignore their emotions, leading to frustration and confusion. By tuning into your feelings and understanding their source, you can manage them more effectively. Are you angry because of unmet expectations? Are you fearful because of past experiences? Awareness of your emotions allows you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Self-awareness also extends to your relationships. How do you interact with others? What energy do you bring into your connections? Are you a source of positivity and encouragement, or do you contribute to conflict and negativity? Understanding your impact on others is a crucial part of personal growth. When you become aware of how your words and actions affect those around you, you can build stronger, more meaningful relationships. It's worth noting that self-awareness is not always comfortable. There will be moments when you confront truths about yourself that are difficult to accept. You may realize that certain beliefs, habits, or attitudes are holding you back. But discomfort is a necessary part of growth. It is through facing these truths that you gain the power to change them. Ultimately, self-awareness is not just about knowing yourself, it's about using that knowledge to transform your life. When you understand your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, you gain the ability to shape them. You are no longer at the mercy of old patterns or external influences. Instead, you become the conscious creator of your reality. Self-awareness gives you the tools to align your actions with your values, to overcome obstacles, and to move confidently toward your goals. This journey of self-awareness is ongoing, and it is one of the most rewarding investments you can make. It is the key to unlocking your potential and living a life of purpose and fulfillment. The more you know yourself, the more you can become who you were truly meant to be. Life is a journey filled with challenges, each uniquely designed to shape you into the person you are meant to become. Every obstacle, every setback, and every difficulty you face holds within it a lesson meant specifically for you. These challenges are not random events or punishments, but opportunities for growth and self-discovery. They are the stepping stones that lead you to greater strength, understanding, and fulfillment. When you encounter a challenge, your first instinct might be to resist it, to wish it away, or to wonder why it is happening to you. But if you take a moment to step back and look at the situation differently, you'll see that within every challenge lies a gift. It may not be obvious at first, and it may not be easy to accept, but the gift is always there. It is an opportunity to learn something new, to develop a skill, or to discover a strength you didn't know you had. Think of a muscle. For it to grow stronger, it must first be strained. The act of lifting weights creates tiny tears in the muscle fibers, which the body then repairs, making the muscle larger and more resilient. The same principle applies to your personal growth. Challenges are the weights you lift in life. They stretch you, push you beyond your comfort zone, and force you to adapt and grow. Without them, you would remain stagnant, never realizing your true potential. It's important to understand that challenges are not meant to defeat you, they are meant to teach you. The lesson might be one of patience, resilience, humility, or courage. It might be a reminder to trust yourself, to ask for help, or to let go of something that no longer serves you. Whatever the lesson, it is tailored specifically for you, based on where you are in your journey and what you need to learn to move forward. One of the greatest mistakes people make is viewing challenges as obstacles that block their path. This mindset creates frustration and a sense of helplessness. But when you shift your perspective and see challenges as part of the path, as essential elements of your journey, they lose their power to overwhelm you. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" you begin to ask, "What can I learn from this?" That simple shift in perspective changes everything. And consider the story of a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The process is not easy. The butterfly must struggle to free itself from the tight, confining space. To an observer, it might seem cruel to watch the butterfly struggle. But the struggle is essential. It strengthens the butterfly's wings, preparing it for flight. Without that challenge, the butterfly would never be able to soar. Your struggles serve the same purpose. They prepare you for the next stage of your journey, equipping you with the strength and wisdom you'll need to rise higher. Challenges also have a way of revealing what truly matters. When life is easy, it's tempting to coast along, taking things for granted. But when you face a challenge, you are forced to confront your priorities, values, and beliefs. What do you stand for? What are you willing to fight for? What truly matters to you? These are questions that challenges bring to the forefront, helping you gain clarity and focus. Another important aspect of challenges is that they teach you about your own resilience. It's easy to doubt yourself when faced with difficulty, to think, "I can't handle this," but time and time again, you prove yourself wrong. You endure, adapt, and overcome. And each time you do, you build a deeper belief in your own strength. That belief becomes a powerful force, one that carries you through future challenges with greater confidence and grace. It's also worth noting that challenges are not just about personal growth, they are opportunities to connect with others. When you face a difficulty, you may discover the importance of seeking support, of leaning on friends, family, or mentors. In doing so, you strengthen your relationships and deepen your understanding of the power of community. Challenges remind you that you are not alone, and that we are all here to help one another along the way. As you reflect on the challenges you faced in the past, you'll likely notice a pattern. The most difficult moments often led to the most significant growth. At the time, those challenges may have seemed insurmountable, but looking back, you can see how they shaped you into who you are today. They taught you lessons that no book, lecture, or advice could have imparted. They were experiences that you needed, even if you didn't realize it at the time. Life will continue to present challenges, each tailored to your journey, each offering its own lesson. The key is to approach them with an open mind and a willing heart. Trust that the challenge before you is exactly what you need at this moment. Embrace it, learn from it, and allow it to guide you toward your next level of growth. Every challenge, no matter how difficult, carries the potential to transform you into a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate version of yourself. No two people in the world are exactly alike. You are a one-of-a-kind individual equipped with talents, perspectives, and qualities that no one else possesses. Yet many people spend their lives trying to conform to the expectations of others or striving to imitate someone else's path, thinking that success lies in following a formula. But the truth is, your greatest power comes from embracing and expressing your own unique identity. In a world filled with comparisons and pressures to fit in, it's easy to lose sight of what makes you distinct. From a young age, we are often taught to follow predefined paths, to meet societal standards, and to seek approval from external sources. This conditioning can lead to a suppression of individuality. You might find yourself asking, "Am I enough, or should I be more like them?" These doubts can overshadow your uniqueness, making you forget that your differences are not liabilities, they are your greatest strengths. Think of the natural world. Each species, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a vital role in the ecosystem. The hummingbird's rapid wings, the oak tree's towering strength, the ant's perseverance all serve unique purposes. When we compare ourselves to others, we engage in a subtle yet powerful act of self-sabotage. It seems harmless at first, a glance at someone else's success, a reflection on their achievements, a thought about where you stand in relation. But with each comparison, we chip away at our peace of mind, turning our focus outward instead of inward. Comparison distracts us from the one thing that truly matters: our own growth. Imagine a painter standing in front of a blank canvas. They have their tools, their vision, and their inspiration. But instead of focusing on their creation, they turn to study the paintings of others in the room. They analyze the brushstrokes, critique the colors, and wonder why their peers are further along or more skilled. Meanwhile, their own canvas remains untouched. The painter has robbed themselves of the chance to create something remarkable because their attention has drifted where it doesn't belong. The same principle applies to life. You have your own canvas, your potential, dreams, and abilities, but when your focus is on others, you delay the masterpiece you're meant to create. Comparison not only steals your joy, but also your time, your energy, and your confidence. What we often forget is that every person's journey is as unique as their fingerprint. Each of us begins in a different place, with different circumstances, resources, and challenges. To compare your progress to someone else's is like measuring a tree against a bird. The tree grows deep roots, while the bird takes to the skies. Both are fulfilling their purpose in ways that cannot and should not be compared. There is freedom in accepting that your life is yours alone to navigate. The moment you let go of comparison, you allow yourself to fully engage with your own path. This doesn't mean ignoring others or pretending their achievements don't exist. It means shifting your perspective. Instead of seeing someone's success as a reflection of what you lack, view it as evidence of what's possible. Their achievements don't diminish your worth, they illuminate the abundance of opportunities available to all. Think of a garden filled with diverse flowers. The rose does not envy the tulip, nor does the sunflower resent the lily. Each blooms in its own time, adding beauty to the garden in its unique way. Your journey is no different. By focusing on your growth, you give yourself permission to bloom at your own pace. Here's a truth that's easy to forget: what you see in others is only part of the story. We live in a world that often showcases the highlight reel but hides the struggles, setbacks, and sacrifices behind the scenes. When you compare yourself to someone else, you're comparing your reality to their illusion. This is neither fair nor productive. Instead, use the energy spent on comparison to cultivate gratitude and self-awareness. Gratitude for where you are and what you've achieved so far. Self-awareness to recognize your strengths, identify areas for growth, and take meaningful steps forward. When you shift your focus inward, you begin to see that your true competition isn't someone else, it's who you were yesterday. The beauty of focusing on your growth is that it fosters a sense of control and empowerment. Unlike someone else's achievements, which are beyond your influence, your own progress is entirely within your hands. You can decide how much effort to invest, what skills to develop, and what goals to pursue. By committing to your journey, you take ownership of your success. There's another powerful benefit to letting go of comparison: it opens the door to genuine connection and collaboration. When you stop viewing others as competitors, you can appreciate them as individuals with their own struggles and triumphs. This shift allows you to celebrate their wins without feeling threatened and to seek inspiration without feeling inadequate. Remember, joy is not found in outpacing others but in aligning with your purpose. When you're focused on your growth, every step forward feels fulfilling, no matter how small. The joy comes from knowing you're moving in the right direction, at a pace that's right for you. It's important to remind yourself daily that comparison serves no purpose in your life. The next time you catch yourself looking at someone else's path, pause and bring your attention back to your own. Ask yourself, what can I do today to take one step closer to my goals? This simple act of refocusing can transform your mindset and your results. Ultimately, comparison is a choice, and so is growth. You can choose to measure yourself against others, or you can choose to measure yourself against your potential. One path leads to frustration and doubt, while the other leads to progress and fulfillment. Choose wisely. Your joy, your growth, and your life depend on it. True growth is never about racing against others or proving your worth through external accomplishments. It is a deeply personal, inward journey, one that requires reflection, self-awareness, and a commitment to becoming better than you were yesterday. While the world often emphasizes outward achievements, the most meaningful progress happens within. Think about the process of building a strong foundation for a house. It's the part no one sees, yet it's the most critical. Without a solid foundation, even the most beautifully constructed home will crumble under pressure. In life, your inward growth is that foundation. It provides the stability and strength you need to weather challenges, pursue your goals, and create a life of meaning. The first step in this inward journey is to recognize that no two people are on the same path. Each of us has a unique set of experiences, talents, and circumstances that shape who we are and where we're headed. This is why growth cannot be measured by comparing yourself to others. Their journey is theirs, it has nothing to do with yours. What you must focus on is your own progress, how far you've come, what you've learned, and how you can continue to grow. Growth is also not about the destination. Many people make the mistake of thinking they'll feel fulfilled once they achieve a specific goal or reach a certain milestone. But fulfillment doesn't come from the accomplishment itself, it comes from the person you become in the process of pursuing it. When you shift your focus inward, you begin to see that every step of the journey matters, not just the endpoint. A significant part of this inward journey involves cultivating self-awareness. To grow, you must first understand yourself, your strengths, weaknesses, fears, and desires. This requires honesty and a willingness to look inward without judgment. It's not always easy, but it's essential. When you take the time to reflect on who you are, you gain clarity about where you want to go and what you need to do to get there. Self-awareness also allows you to recognize that growth is not linear. There will be times when you move forward quickly and other times when progress feels slow or even stagnant. But just as a tree doesn't grow visibly every day, the roots are still strengthening beneath the surface. The same is true for you. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, trust that the work you're doing internally is laying the groundwork for future growth. One of the greatest barriers to inward growth is the need for validation from others. It's natural to want approval and recognition, but relying on it can pull you off course. When you focus too much on what others think, you risk losing sight of what truly matters to you. Remember, growth is not about impressing anyone, it's about becoming the best version of yourself for your own sake. Another critical aspect of the inward journey is learning to embrace challenges. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones, it happens when you face obstacles and push through them. These moments of struggle are not setbacks, they're opportunities to learn and evolve. When you approach challenges with the mindset that they are part of your growth, you'll find that they become less intimidating and more empowering. As you navigate this inward journey, it's essential to cultivate patience. Growth takes time, and there are no shortcuts. Just as you wouldn't expect a seed to grow into a tree overnight, you can't expect immediate results in your personal development. Trust the process and know that every effort you make, no matter how small, is contributing to your progress. It's also important to recognize that growth is not a straight path to perfection. You will make mistakes, face setbacks, and experience moments of doubt. These are not signs of failure, they are part of the process. Each mistake teaches you something valuable, and each setback strengthens your resilience. Embrace these moments as opportunities to learn and grow. As you focus on your inward journey, you'll begin to notice a profound shift in how you view yourself and the world around you. You'll feel less concerned with what others are doing and more connected to your purpose. You'll find joy in the progress you make, regardless of how it compares to anyone else's. Most importantly, you'll realize that the journey itself is the reward. Growth is a deeply personal process, one that requires dedication, self-reflection, and a commitment to yourself. When you let go of the need to compete with others and instead focus on your inward journey, you unlock your full potential. This is where true fulfillment lies, not in what you achieve, but in who you become along the way. Transformation begins the moment you look inward and truly understand yourself. It is the foundation upon which all personal growth is built. Without self-awareness, you are like a ship without a compass, drifting aimlessly and reacting to the currents of life rather than steering toward a clear destination. But with self-awareness, you gain clarity, purpose, and control over your direction. It is the spark that ignites meaningful change. To cultivate self-awareness, you must be willing to pause and reflect. In our fast-paced world, people often move through life on autopilot, responding to external demands without questioning their choices, emotions, or habits. But growth requires more than action, it requires understanding. Why do you do what you do? What drives your decisions? What beliefs and patterns shape your life? These are questions only self-awareness can answer. The journey towards self-awareness begins with observing your thoughts. The human mind is a powerful tool, but it is also a source of distraction and limitation if left unchecked. Every belief, assumption, and fear originates in the mind, shaping how you see the world and yourself. By becoming aware of your thoughts, you take the first step in understanding how they influence your actions and outcomes. Are your thoughts empowering or limiting? Do they move you closer to your goals or hold you back?